Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm Gabe, the bad guy. I know I've been away for a while, but it's a lot of hectic stuff that's been going on. But I do have a lot, and I mean a lot of videos and bags and tech accessories to review. But the reason I'm coming to you guys today from my cell phone is because I just picked up a product literally probably 30 minutes ago, and I've already fallen in love with it. What is it, you may ask? It is the ZAGG SlimBook. So the reason I decided to go with a ZAGG SlimBook, and I did a review of the Apple Smart Keyboard and the Logitech iCreate case is the case I originally settled on was the Apple Smart Keyboard. Now, originally you may say, hey, why is it that I would want to switch to something like the ZAGG SlimBook here? The reason is the Apple Smart Keyboard and the back case, they're great. You're gonna pay about $150 for the Smart Keyboard, then you're gonna turn around and pay another $50 or $60 for the back case, and then you get the pencil. They're great if you are looking just for something that's very portable, and you're gonna do typing, but not an excessive amount of typing. I love the Apple Smart Keyboard, but I found myself sometimes just taking it off because it was very, very cumbersome. I didn't enjoy typing on it, and it started making my iPad now go back to what my iPad Pro go back to what my iPad Air is, something that's a gimmick that I'm using now just for videos and light web typing, and that's not what I got my iPad Pro for. Originally, when I first got it, and I said, hey man, I don't have to carry around my MacBook Pro anymore, I can use this guy. I was all excited about it, and I noticed that I did type more on the Logitech iCreate case board. I wanted something that was going to be portable because I needed to say every now and then I want to disassemble these guys, and I just want to watch videos sometimes. Sometimes I want to type. So literally, I went on YouTube and I started looking for cases, and there's the Bridge Air that's out. There's a lot of Bluetooth keyboards, but I wanted something that was also going to protect. And like I said, if you guys have not seen this case, man, it makes your case almost look like a MacBook Pro. I tell you, it's this guy right here. It's very, very slim. It's held by magnets. I'm gonna do a full review on this, but I tell you, one of the things that I love here is that you can take this and flip this around and go into video mode. You can go into a book mode, and this almost reminds me of something like the the Surface Pro. So do it real quick. I'm gonna set you guys here real quick. So you can see, I will say it is heavy, but using this, and I've saw a lot of YouTube videos, using this on a quick 1 hour a day, the battery is supposed to last you up to 3 years. That is awesome. I'll be using a lot more, so even to say you can get a 6-month charge out of one battery or a year, that is gonna be awesome to me. So one thing what I noticed was right off the back here is that it comes in 2 separate pieces. You have the keyboard here, which is made of almost a aluminum, hard shell design. The back is very smooth and very clean and crisp. And this is how you hook in the screen. These magnets here, they're very, very, very strong. Like when I hook my screen in, and I'll show you in a second, I can pick this up and they're together. This rotates, you get about a 135-degree angle. So, like I said, you also get a back plate case that covers the iPad Pro itself, and it's pretty good. I mean, I'm loving it right now, and it's very flush with the screen, and it will definitely protect your iPad Pro. I'm not going to get into all the cutouts. You already know there's cutouts here for the speakers on this side. There's a lightning connector, there's the microphone here, there's the volume rocker, there is the headphone adapter. We've seen them, you already know what it is. But what I really love about this, guys, here is once you click it in here and you hear that click, you can pick it up like I told you here. It's not going anywhere. Sorry, that was my fault. Doesn't go over 135 degrees. So once I slide it back in here, it's a 135-degree angle. here. But the great thing I love about this too, and I'll get into the other video angles in a second here, is that when you review this guy, you have now the function keys. Now I know you really can't see it well because of I'm recording from my phone, but you have the function keys here. You have backlit keys here. And what I love about this thing here is, watch this. Go to, I don't know if I can do it here. I don't think you guys are gonna see it, but here's a function. I can kind of turn on my keys a little bit. No, you're not gonna see it. You may see some light there, but you can change the, there you go. You can see the shimmer. You can change the key colors. You can change the actual backlight lightness. And also the great thing about this, I'll just change the color now to a yellow. So you may can see it a little bit, or go into something like a red, and you can see it kind of now. There you go. So that's the great thing about it. And if I don't like it, I can turn it off. What I do love about this is this takes a traditional laptop set of keys and puts it in the control and the power of my hands now, because now I have my lock string key, I have my function key, I have my voice key, I have my search key, I have my skip, my fast forward and rewind key, my pause key, my volume, my power button. All of this stuff here, my command functions, everything is in here, because I recently started noticing that because I use Microsoft product suite, and every year, I'll let you guys know, every year, if you guys are using Microsoft Office, the Microsoft Store, they will give you, for $160, you get a year of Microsoft Office. That's 5 license keys, a year of Skype, a year of a $50 gift card, a year of, I think I said Skype, a year of Microsoft OneDrive, and a year of Xbox Live, all for $160 instead of buying those things separately. So every year during the Christmas holiday, go in there and ask them. It's called their work play package. But I actually got it, and I started realizing that I'm using this now for Photoshop. Sorry, not for Photoshop, for PowerPoint. You can do Photoshop on the iMac. On the iPad Pro. There's a lot of great apps out there that actually now let you open PSDs. But I'm using it for everything now, from Photoshop to Microsoft Word to Excel. And I did not really like typing on this guy here, because I'm using and I'm looking for function keys and shortcuts, and I'm having to use my hand now and go on the screen and select stuff that I'm used to doing on a regular keyboard. And I found myself going back to my MacBook Pro. And this was, like I said, it was becoming now more of a gimmick, just to, oh, let me get on Amazon. Oh, let me surf the web. That's what it was becoming. I was like, I did not pay over $1,000 for this. I could have just kept my MacBook Pro and did that and kept my iPad Air and been great, because I really do like using this device. But now let's talk a little bit about the angles. Like I said, so here now, I'm in typing mode. Great. Now, I can say, hey, you know what? I just want to watch, a video. I can do it here, or I can lock it in there. And now, that's why I came back and I said this sound reminds me of the Microsoft Surface Pro, or even the Surface, sorry, not the Surface Pro, the Surface Book, because you can flip the screen back and you can watch it in video mode. But unlike the Surface Book, when I disconnect this, I don't get like minimal battery life. I still have my 10 hours of battery life here. So now I can watch it like this, especially if you're on an airplane or if you're on a train or someplace and you have a table in front of you, you can sit there and I can get my different angles. Or go ahead and completely close it and watch it flat. Or one of my favorite things, and this is what I've recently started discovering, which I like actually doing. I like reading magazines and books now on here because of the big screen. I like actually kind of sitting there. I'm at a coffee shop or I'm at home and I'm just scrolling through. And the content looks great on here. And this is called the book mode. So I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna try to do a full review on this. Like I said, I do have a lot, and I mean a lot of videos. I just haven't posted them yet. But you guys, if you're kind of like me and you're saying, hey, I spent money on the Apple Smart keyboard in the back case, but I'm not really utilizing it as I thought I would, because I need a keyboard. I need to do this. You can do a lot of stuff with your iPad Pro that you can do on your MacBook. The only thing, and I'm gonna run down a list of the things that I'm involved in. I use Final Cut, use Adobe Premiere, I use Logic, I use GarageBand, I use Photoshop, Lightroom, I use all the office suites, PowerPoint, Word. I can do a majority of stuff on here. Now, can I take a a GarageBand file and edit the track on here? No, I can't, because so I leave that kind of stuff now to my iMac or my Mini or my MacBook at home. I can do that. But can I take a movie that's a reasonable size and edit it in iMovie? Yes, I can, because I can put it on the iBridge flash drive, or I can put it on my Mophie storage space, plug it in here, import it into iMovie, put the transitions on, put everything I want on, and actually get it done. And now export it. I can work in Microsoft Word. I can work on Microsoft Office. I can use Photoshop because there's a app called Graphic. Graphic allows you to import in PSDs, and I can now put the PSDs in my OneDrive, and I can put them in my Dropbox and import them right in. I can do pretty much 80 to 90% of everything I can do on my MacBook. Now, I can't edit 4K video. When I'm editing 4K video, hell, I can't even do that on my MacBook Pro, and I have the most spec'd out MacBook Pro. So what I had to do is go and get an iMac, because I was running simultaneous for my radio show. I was recording us while we were on the air. But just a video of me was 35 gigs. Now I have to do one of my two co-hosts. And when you add that up, that's over 100 gigs that you're trying to edit. And now you're trying to put in transitions, you're trying to put in comments, everything, an intro and an outro, and you're working with a 200 gig file. If you can work with that on here, then this is a gold mine. So I had to even go and get a iMac 27-inch with a 3.3 processor in it, terabyte of space, and then I had to take the 8 gigs and spec it out to 32, so I can watch and transition and add my stuff in on the fly and watch the video smoothly. Like I said, this isn't going to be a solve for everything, but I can tell you now with this, and the reason that I do these videos on the fly, because I like to try to take my videos and do them very, very professionally, or as professional as I can. I recently, like I said, I tried this out, and I'm like, I love it. It's now making me think I'll be in Europe next week in 3 cities for 2 weeks. And I was thinking to myself, all right, I gotta take my iPad Pro and I gotta take my MacBook. Now it lets me know, just bring your iBridge, which is 256 gigs, and put all your documents on there. Now you got this. And that main reason I had to think about was saying, because I hate typing on there. It's great for just some quick typing. Oh, I'm just trying to type a Facebook comment or whatever, but I noticed my accuracy was off. I noticed I guess it's the tacky feel. It wasn't, my fingers couldn't move very fluidly. So I said, I picked this guy up from Best Buy as I came in. It was $139. I think Bridge Air is coming out with something, but it's $189. I'm not paying to get another $200 for a freaking keyboard. So this guy right here, the ZAGG SlimBook. I tell you, man, I've seen a lot of people, they get it, but they're not explaining why they're really, really using it, or what's making them go and say, hey, you know what, I switched from this. Because a lot of them are just saying, hey, I waited for it. I'm not a person that's gonna wait for something. If I need something, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. So I can tell you right now, if you're not going to get the Logitech I Create, because you still realize I don't want to have to pop my screen out every now and then go put it in another case to protect it, and you don't want to use the Apple Smart Keyboard because of price, or you don't like the way it feels, I'm telling you, give this guy a try here. And the thing is, I can leave the keyboard when I don't need it, I can bring it back when I do need it. So I'm Gabe, the bad guy. I'll see you soon.